Roundtable Sports is throwing two huge events this 2024 NFL season. Come join me, Richie from Jets Media, TD Finns Talk, Dan Mitchell, and Patriots Global for an unforgettable game day experience. Week 6, Monday Night Football, Bills vs. Jets at MetLife Stadium. Your ticket comes with an all-inclusive tailgate party hosted by Gotham City Crew, food, drinks, live DJ, and more. Also, come witness the AFC East Roundtable live in-person show from the tailgate. And last but not least, you will get access to the MetLife Stadium's turf for the pregame and witness the national anthem before primetime football kicks off. Our second event this year is going to be in Miami for the first time. Week 14, New York Jets versus the Miami Dolphins. We locked down our own private corner terrace at Hard Rock Stadium, exclusive for our group. Saturday night, join us at Miller's Ale House for an awesome meet and greet. Jake Asman will be a special guest for this event. Email us at afceastroundtable@gmail.com for more information on how to secure your tickets.
AFC East Roundtable. How are we doing today? I'm sure this is not the face that you were looking for, and I can't wait to see all of the views just completely die off now that you guys see it's just your boy live here on the screen. But what is going on, guys? It's your boy Colby, also known as Patriots Global, here with another one, and we got a show for you guys tomorrow. I just want to announce straight off the bat, it doesn't sound like the AFC East Roundtable is going to be doing a show Wednesday night like we usually do, or as we call it, the AFC East Marathon every single Wednesday, just due to the holidays, giving everybody a little bit of a break. But we will still be here tomorrow to recap this exact game, getting TD's thoughts, getting Richie's thoughts, and just going into each other. But I wanted to come on here while the night is still young, while my heart is still broken, and talk about the Miami Dolphins absolutely stomping on my New England Patriots and really showing them that Tua, at least this decade, does own the New England Patriots. Of course, today's video brought to you by BetUS. We'll talk to you guys a little bit later how you can get an exclusive limited time deal from them as always. But the Miami Dolphins put on a clinic in Miami against the in-division rival New England Patriots. First time seeing Drake May, and things did not go as planned, even in the slightest. I mean, 34-15. 34-15. Everybody has a different idea on what a blowout actually is. But nonetheless, the fact that the Miami Dolphins scored, what was it? Make sure I revert back to this, make sure I got this right. The Miami Dolphins scored 24 points against the New England Patriots in one quarter. And my biggest question heading into this game, as you guys would know, if you watched our Wednesday show, I picked the Miami Dolphins to win this game. So I'm not surprised. I'm not hurt. To everybody in the chat like, oh, the clowns in the chat, and oh, Colby, are you upset? Oh, Colby, oh, the Patriots suck. I knew what was going to happen, okay? Since the second half of 2019, Miami does this every single time. They kill the Patriots. Even when Tom Brady was here, the New England Patriots on the road in Miami, I don't know what it is. I don't know what is in the air. I don't know what's in the water in Miami, but for some reason, the New England Patriots just cannot play there. And since Tom Brady left since 2020, the Patriots have beat the Dolphins, what, 2 or 3 times? So it's time to accept the fact that Tua, right now, in this decade, does own the New England Patriots. And until the New England Patriots switch up that narrative, we cannot say anything. Dolphins fans, Bills, Jets, Patriots fans, we cannot say anything other than Tua owns the Patriots until they start beating him. Tua is now 7-0 against the New England Patriots. He is undefeated. And heading into this game, I said that the narrative was that, okay, you know what? Tua owned Bill Belichick, but this is a different team. I mean, this is Drake May, this is Gerard Mayo. The philosophies on offense, defense, special teams, they're different. They're trying to win games differently and switch up that philosophy. Nope. That's not what they were doing, even in the slightest. The New England Patriots didn't score until the 4th freaking quarter. Let me tell you, man, that Miami Dolphins defense is legit. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna give the credit to Dolphins fans where credit is due. You guys absolutely shut down Drake May. The Patriots were running the ball effectively early on, but you said, we're going to take that away from you. We're going to put up 24 points on you in the second quarter. So the thing that you are doing well, you can't do anymore. Miami Dolphins forced the Patriots to go away from the run because they got behind so quick. And they said, we are going to force you with a paper-mache offensive line. They got 4 sacks on Drake May today. And they said, we are going to force you to beat us. Drake May is going to have to run around, play superhero football in order for you to beat us. And the Pats couldn't do it. It looked like maybe there was a chance in the fourth quarter. It looked like maybe there was a chance. I mean, the funniest part about this entire game was the fact that the Miami Dolphins, they benched Tua for Skylar Thompson, and Skylar Thompson comes in, hands it off to Raheem Mostert. Mostert fumbles because Marte Mapu hits him at the line of scrimmage. Christian Gonzalez picks the ball up, rushes it in for a touchdown. The Patriots go for 2. A miraculous play by Alex Van Pelt to get the 2-point conversion. And now the game is, 16 points away from the Patriots? And you just see Tua on the other side, warming up, coming back into play football because the Dolphins said, you know what? We were shutting the Patriots out. But now I'm a little bit worried. Now I'm a little bit worried. This is a 16-point game. The Patriots needed to get to the end zone, get a 2-point conversion, then get the ball back and do the exact same thing. So morally, we knew the Patriots were never going to allow that to happen, or I say the Dolphins were never going to allow that to happen. But mathematically, the Patriots did still have a chance in the fourth quarter. And the way that I see the Patriots so far this season is they're mid in the first quarter. They suck in the second quarter. They're not very good in the third. And in the fourth quarter, they start ramping things up offensively. They start ramping things up defensively. And they start to give you a false sense of hope. The comparison that I made on my channel earlier today was the New England Patriots are that kid in class, and we all knew that kid. I'm not going to lie, I was that kid. That kid who didn't do his homework. And then he would get to class when it's due, and the teacher comes around, and they're starting to collect the assignment, and you're just there real quick, jotting anything down. You're copying off of your friend's homework, and you're trying to turn it in last second. That's what the Patriots were essentially trying to do here. In the fourth quarter, they were getting blown out, and they put everything they had forward to try and win the game. If the Patriots played the way they did in the fourth quarter throughout the entirety of the game, this game would have been interesting. In fact, the Patriots, for the most part defensively, the Patriots didn't play bad 3 out of 4 quarters. But it's because of what they did defensively in quarter 2 that put the Patriots offense in a margin of error that they could just not come back from. The Patriots are not the type of offense right now, because of the lack of talent offensively, to be able to compete with teams that are going to put up 25, 30 plus points on the board. The Patriots offense is not equipped to put up that many points. So as soon as that defense allowed 24 points in 1 quarter alone, it was extremely obvious that the New England Patriots were going to lose that game. Miami, they got an easy win against the New England Patriots. But now brings this beautiful question. Are the Miami Dolphins real contenders? Because that's the discussion right now. We've been saying the last few weeks, me especially, that the Dolphins, the Jets, the Patriots, they're not making the playoffs. The Bills are the only team in the AFC East making the playoffs. Patriots are morally out of it. Jets are morally out of it. But it's been a discussion back and forth between me, Richie, Dan, and TD on if the Dolphins have an actual chance at making the postseason. So do they? We're going to talk about the odds here. We're going to talk about the statistics. We're going to talk about the overall AFC seeding and playoff picture here in just 1 second, and what I believe, and unbiasedly too. I know everyone's going to come in and think, oh, he's a Patriots fan. He's just salty. He's just pissed off that we own him. Guys, I don't care, okay? Well, let's keep in mind, the New England Patriots weren't supposed to be good this season. They have one of the worst, if not the worst, roster in the National Football League, okay? I'm not upset that the Dolphins won. It sucks to lose to an in-division rival, but I predicted this would happen, so I'm not surprised. And I'm going to keep it as unbiased as humanly possible and really back up my thoughts here. But before we do that, I do want to give a massive shout out to the sponsors of this channel over at BetUS. Right now, when you guys use the promo code that you see on the screen, YouTube150, you guys will be locked into a limited time exclusive offer of a 150% sign up bonus on your first deposit, followed by 125 on your next 2, all the way up to $1,000. Guys, this is a limited time offer. It's not going to be here forever. Even if you sign up and you use it right now, you will grandfather yourself into this offer. So even if you don't want to use it right now, it'll at least always be there for you guys to have. BetUS can also give you a 200% crypto deposit bonus, 10% back on your net losses 2 times a year, which is absolutely absurd. Name me another sportsbook that is literally taking care of you and your money the way that BetUS is. I'll tell you, nobody is doing it. You can't find one. BetUS can also give you your very own personalized account manager, changing what it means to be an online sportsbook. They also have the fastest payouts in the industry, live wagering on all major games, and the best betting variety in the business. Now, Dolphins fans, you're still in it. Bills fans, we already know that you're in it. You probably like betting on your football teams, but us Patriots fans and Jets fans, we're probably not betting on our teams. The great thing about BetUS is they don't just have, player props and parlays and weekly pick'ems for NFL games, but they also have NFL futures, the NFL draft. You can, start betting on who's going to have the first overall pick. Is Travis Hunter a cornerback or is he a wide receiver? You can start betting on things like NFL awards, MVP, comeback player of the year, coach of the year. And if you're like, you know what, I just don't want to bet on football, that's okay too. You can bet on the NBA, baseball, basketball, or not basketball, but horse racing, fighting, politics, entertainment. Basically, if you think it's something you can bet on, BetUS is going to have it because, again, they got the best damn betting variety in the business, baby. And let's not forget that supporting these sponsors that support the channel supports everybody at Roundtable Sports. You guys supporting the sponsors help support everything that we are trying to do behind the scenes, not just here on the AFC East Roundtable, but, of course, everything we're doing behind the scenes with Roundtable Sports. Let's go ahead, guys, and let's get back into this. And I actually want to share the current seeding tier for the AFC and NFC to back up my thoughts so you guys don't think I'm being biased. So right now, the Chiefs are in first place at 10-1. The Bills are in second place at 9-2. The Steelers are in third place at 8-3. The Texans are in fourth at 7-5. The Chargers are in fifth at 7-3. The Ravens are in sixth at 7-4. And the Broncos are sitting at 7, being 7-5. The Dolphins needed the Broncos to lose today, point blank. The Dolphins are 2 games behind the 7th seed, Denver Broncos. They needed them to lose an in-division game against the Raiders today, and that didn't happen. Now, there's more football to be played, so anything can happen. But you look at the percentage of these teams. I mean, the Broncos, who are last place, 73% chance to make the postseason. The Ravens, 99. Chargers, 96. Texans, 94. Steelers, 93%. Bills and Chiefs, both 99%. And then you go down and you get to the teams that are on the bubble. The Miami Dolphins, right now, despite the win against the Patriots, only have a 15% chance at making the postseason. Before you guys say, well, Patriots Global, this isn't updated. Yes, it is. I updated it before we started the stream. Heading into this week, heading into this Patriots and Dolphins game, the Dolphins had a 14% chance to make the postseason. So good news here for the Dolphins is that you guys went from the 9th seed up to the 8th. You officially surpassed the Colts, who lost today, which is good news for you. Your percentage to make the postseason, that also went up again from 14% to 15%, but it didn't bump up a whole lot. You still got the Bengals on the back of your heels. They are the 10th seed right now in the AFC with a 4-7 record. They are 1 game behind you, and they have a 13% chance to still make the postseason. So your odds are a bit better. I do believe that the Dolphins, out of all these teams on the bubble, are the best team and should be the team, if any of them do make the postseason, to do it. But you don't have the best odds. And odds, schmods, who cares at the end of the day? It matters what you do. It doesn't matter what the odds say. But right now, despite dropping a place in the overall seeding, the Colts are still in a more probable place to make the postseason than the Miami Dolphins with 20%. Then you get down to the teams who aren't technically out of it, but are basically out of it. I mean, the Jags 1%, Patriots 1%, Raiders 1%, Titans 2%, and the Jets 1% too. I mean, these teams are basically out of it. And seeding can be kind of weird because you can be 2-3 games behind a team, but based off of just win-loss probability and strength of schedule, you can still get in. But right now, the Dolphins are 2 spots behind the Denver Broncos. not only does Miami have to win out, but Miami is definitely going to have to rely on certain teams to win and lose if they are going to make the postseason. Everybody's trying to act like the Dolphins, they have their own fate. They contain their own fate. And that's just not the truth. Because of how bad they were without Tua, they've put themselves in a position where not only do they need to win out on the season, realistically, but they're also going to need certain games to swing their way in order to fly in. So there is still hope for the Miami Dolphins. But me personally, from a moral aspect, do I believe that the Dolphins are going to do it? I can't say that I can. And that's truly not to hate on the Dolphins. And I hope that if you're a Dolphins fan watching this, you're not getting too pissed off at me. But the way that I see this is I have to ask myself, are the Dolphins better than the Broncos? No. Are the Dolphins better than the Ravens? No. The Chargers, the Texans, the Steelers, the Bills, the Chiefs? No. I can't say that they are. And I like the Dolphins with Tua. And I think they're really gaining momentum since he's gotten back. But I think it's one of those situations where he might have just came back a little bit too late. And it might have kind of just shot yourselves in the foot and your ability to make the postseason. I also go ahead and I look at the Miami Dolphins, and you guys have a big game coming up. Like I mentioned, you basically have to win out the rest of the season to have a chance. Now, mathematically, there's still other ways, but for the most part, morally and statistically, if you guys want to, have your best chance at making the postseason, it comes with winning out. And the Dolphins, for the rest of the season, they have the Packers up next on a short week here on Thanksgiving. The Packers, who are 13-3 and one of the best teams in the NFL right now. Then you got the Jets, the Texans, the 49ers, the Browns, the Jets. So there's a couple of games there that you could win and a few games there that you might end up losing. Right now, the biggest question for Miami is, are you contenders or are you pretenders? And here's what I'll say. I will make a promise to each and every single one of you watching right now, and that is that if the Miami Dolphins go out here this Thursday on a short week on Thanksgiving, and they show everybody on live television that they are a legit team with Tua and Tyreek is back and Jalen Waddle is officially here too, and they beat the Green Bay Packers this week, I will come on to the following show on the AFC East Roundtable, and I will apologize to every single Dolphins fan, and I will admit that the Dolphins, one, deserve to be in the playoffs, and I will, two, admit that they are a real team. But until they do that, I can't say that the Miami Dolphins are a playoff team, and I can't say that they deserve to do so. We've been giving a lot of flack to the Buffalo Bills all season and even all off season long. I did it for a little while and I admitted that I was wrong. Dolphins fans, including TD, y'all have been doing it. Jets fans, y'all have been doing it too. Let's be honest with yourselves. And before they beat the Chiefs, we were saying, yeah, the Bills are good. They're playing good football. They're winning games, but y'all haven't won against a good team. So who cares? And then they went and they beat the Chiefs. And now we respect them because they did something. It is the same case now with the Miami Dolphins. And don't be hypocrites, Dolphins fans, because y'all haven't beat a good team yet. So what makes you think you're going to go out there, be the favorites, and beat the Green Bay Packers with the postseason on the line? Because let's go ahead and let's look at the Dolphins game so far this season. Week 1, you play the Jags, bottom 5 team, you barely squeaked it out. You play against the Bills, you got killed. That's when Tua got injured. You lost to the Seahawks. You lost to the Titans. You beat the Pats. You lost to the Colts. You lost to the Cardinals. You lost to the Bills again. You guys were able to beat the Rams 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, I guess now it was. You guys beat the Raiders pretty confidently, and now you beat the New England Patriots pretty confidently. So far, the Miami Dolphins haven't beat a good team yet either. Your wins are coming against bottom-tier teams in the NFL. But I have good news for you. You have the opportunity right now, in just a couple of short days, like I said, on live TV, to prove me and everybody else wrong. Because the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love, they are legit. Right now, they are the 6th seed in the NFC, despite an 8-3 record. And if you can go out and you can beat them, like I mentioned, you have officially beat a good team. The monkey is off your back. And the Miami Dolphins have switched this narrative to where they can't beat a good team. They can't beat a team over 500. And that they lose games when it's most important. After that Packers game, you face the Jets. That should be an easy win. You face the Texans. I'm going to favor the Dolphins in that one, but the Texans, they can go any given week. They are literally the definition of any given week. You face the 49ers, who are also in this weird situation to where they're not nearly as good as they used to be, but they can still beat you any given week. The Browns have not been good this year. That should be a win for you guys, although that defense is pretty feisty. It's just the offense that's struggling. And then final week, week 18 against the Jets, another game which ultimately you guys should be able to win. So for me, I see 2 games.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
They could potentially be out there. Oh, TD. I'm coming on here and I'm keeping it real with everybody. And then TD's coming out here saying they're going to the Super Bowl.
You done lost your mind. You think we losing 2 games. We winning them all.
Hey, yo, real talk, TD, real talk. You have people in your comment section being like, hey, yo, Patriots Global's talking some BS. You gotta get your ass on here.
I just knew you was over here crying, wiping them tears that you knew you were going to have after this game. We blew y'all out.
You look, there is no definition. By the way, I was looking it up because I had Dolphins fans in my comment section be like, what do you mean it's not a blowout? As a Patriots fan, I consider a blowout being like 7-44, 3 to like 30. I don't consider this a blowout, me personally. In my own personal definition of a blowout, I don't consider this a blowout. The Patriots put up points. They came back from behind. What was it? 15-34? I don't think that's a blowout.
The wife looking at me crazy, so I got to go. But listen, you better give Tua his respect on Wednesday night.
We don't have a show Wednesday. I mean, tomorrow? Tomorrow?
1 week. Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Quarterback corner. You better give Tua his respect.
All right, City.
Best quarterback in the NFL. You know.
All right, y'all. Me and City are going at it tomorrow. We'll save that for the show tomorrow then.
I'll see you later, brother. I got to get out of here.
See you, bro. Hey, man, a surprise appearance from my boy, Tony Dow. I told TD, I was like, hey, bro, I'm going live. You're more than welcome to come on. It's completely up to you. And I know he was live on his show and ended up coming out. So shout out to TD. And here's what I'll say. We'll go into this more tomorrow. You already believe we're going into this game tomorrow. But respect to Tua. Like point blank, I want to come out here and I want to say that there was a lot of crap that was put on Tua. And there still continues to be. Tua is that offense. Say what you want about Tua before Tyreek Hill came here, before McDaniels came here. We have now seen what it is like for the Miami Dolphins when they don't have Tua. They are a completely different team. And I do believe that if Tua was here the entire season, I'm not saying the Miami Dolphins would have made some type of run, but I do believe they confidently would be in the playoffs right now. I will say that. Tua played a great game. He's been playing great football since he came back from that injury. And honestly, that is the MVP for the Miami Dolphins. Without Tua, that team absolutely sucks and can barely beat a bottom league team. So you know what? Shout out to Tua. That guy deserved that contract, and he absolutely proved it. Flick Shorts comes in here, and man, Flicks, man, I just want to say I love you, bro. I want to say anything I said, I'm sorry, and I hope I don't get clipped tomorrow. But comes in with a $2 donation, said, you better Cam Ward Heisman. Hey, man, shout out to Cam Ward. That guy's playing great football right now. I think he's going to be quarterback 1 in the draft when it's all said and done. But hey, man, this is the outlook for the Miami Dolphins. It's not finished. The race is still here. You beat the New England Patriots, but that does not move the needle. Any Dolphins fan that is saying that they confidently are heading into that game against the Packers because of what they did against the Patriots, don't fool yourselves. The win against the Patriots does not move the needle for the Dolphins. You did your job. You went to work, you took the trash out, And with the playoffs on the line, you did what you were supposed to do. For me, there's no takeaway in this game. It's kind of like a few weeks ago when or not a few weeks ago, I should say early on in the season where the Jets beat the Patriots. And I said, yeah, that's a team you should beat. And I said that, hey, if the Patriots beat you, that is a takeaway on how bad your team is. But if you beat the Patriots, you're just taking care of work. Because Dolphins fans, you have gotten on the Patriots all season long saying how they suck, that they're going to suck for the next decade, and how they have no talent on their roster. Well, you can't say that they suck and that they have no talent and that they're going to be terrible for the next 10 years, but then say, oh, we just blew out the Patriots and we're going to the Super Bowl and we're back on track now. Those things cannot be true at the same time. But you know what can be true? If you beat the Packers and you want to start bumping your chest, that can be true. But hey, man, this is the outlook currently for the Miami Dolphins. Fate is not exactly in their hands. Like I alluded to earlier, they are going to need some teams to still win and lose, and they need to win out in order to push them in. But the Miami Dolphins, after this win against the Patriots, they are still in it. They bump up from the 9th seed in the AFC all the way up to number 8. They are still on the bubble, but they are still 2 games away from the 7th seed Denver Broncos. This thing is going to come down to the absolute wire. Man, I cannot wait to break this thing down with Richie and TD tomorrow and really go into what the hell just happened with the New England Patriots and how the hell they fell apart. I will give the Dolphins their flowers, but you know what? To the Dolphins fan on my channel that said that Christian Gonzalez was getting owned today, you don't know football. Christian Gonzalez, all of his takeaways have come against the Miami Dolphins. Tua owns the New England Patriots, but Christian Gonzalez owns the Miami Dolphins offense. That's the only popular thing, or not popular, but the only positive thing that I can say about the New England Patriots. But guys, hey, look, I appreciate you guys for coming on, all 182 of you, and listening to me talk and rant about how bad my New England Patriots are and how the Miami Dolphins, unfortunately, still own my franchise. But hey, guys, again, today's video brought to you by BetUS. Make sure you guys go ahead, use that code YouTube150 to get that exclusive offer from them. The guys and I will be back here on the channel for our Monday SmackDown show to recap this game at 6 p.m. Eastern. We cannot wait to break this one down. Again, we're not going to have a show on Wednesday because of the holidays, so make sure you guys all come in and tune into the show tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern to get our final thoughts before we go ahead and hit the holiday button for the week. But I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, man, I see y'all already coming at me, and I cannot wait to get into this game tomorrow with TD. All right, guys, take care.